That thing is nightmare fuel right there. All right, and this is as well. Hey, folks, meteorologist Matt Barentine. We're keeping a close eye, obviously, on Hurricane Milton. It has been undergoing some changes overnight. Remember last night, it just ramped up rapidly, got to a Category 5 strength very quickly. Now it's weakened a little bit. It's going through what we call an eye wall replacement cycle. It's when the inner eye wall collapsed. Had that tiny eye yesterday that allowed it to rapidly intensify. That has now collapsed, and a new eye wall is forming within the storm. When that happens, it tends to weaken a storm, but it also tends to make a storm grow. It's almost like a snake shedding its skin. And it has been a very compact storm, but we do anticipate this thing will begin to grow as it carries its way off to the north and east towards a west coast Florida landfall. Now, it has weakened, like I said, down to a Category 4 storm, but still has winds 155 miles an hour. So still an extremely powerful storm. It is picking up speed a little bit east-northeast now at 12 miles per hour with Milton. So we expect to see some fluctuations with strength, but it's likely to be rapidly weakening right before it makes landfall. Some wind shear is going to be working its way, a lot of wind shear, I should say, is going to be working its way into the system right before landfall. Now, so technically it'll be weakening as it makes landfall, but that's not going to change the most major impact of the storm, which will be the storm surge. Like Katrina is going to build a huge storm surge when it's a very powerful storm out here over the Gulf. So even though it's weakening, it'll still have that Category 4 or 5 storm surge at landfall. And we're talking 15 to 20 feet of surge at where it makes landfall. So it is going to be absolutely devastating. This is the European model showing it making landfall right on top of Tampa Bay. Once again, that would be historic. They haven't seen that in 100 years or more, actually more than 100 years since they've had a landfall of a major hurricane in the Tampa Bay region. And then it's going to basically track across I-4 through Orlando, Daytona, Cape Canaveral, affecting millions of people here. So this is going to be absolutely devastating. That storm surge, you can see all this purple here through the Tampa Bay region down through Sarasota and Venice. I mean, there's going to be a whole coastline underwater here from storm surge, and this is once again highly populated. This is St. Petersburg. There's nothing but homes there, and they're going to see water all across town. Beach forecast, the only thing that impacts us out of this is going to be the high rip current risk. That's it. That's the only impacts that we see. We actually have beautiful weather, so we're going to have kind of a guilt complex here for us because we're going to be doing just really nice. This front, which is protecting us from this hurricane, pushing it towards the west coast of Florida, is giving us beautiful weather, almost, I would call it early fall conditions. I think we can call this as fall-like weather because the dew points have dropped off into the 50s, making things very comfortable out there this morning with those temperatures in the 60s. Here's how it looks over the next several hours. See lots of sunshine, looking absolutely gorgeous throughout the morning. Temperatures will be in the mid to upper 70s later in the morning, and then this afternoon will be in the mid 80s. So it does get a little warm today, but once again, low humidity, feeling pretty comfortable all the way around. Here's your long-range forecast, takes you through the end of the week. In fact, we get even a little bit cooler. Some more cool air comes in later in the week and sort of just makes things nicer as we go through the end of the week and on into the weekend. Look at those morning lows in the upper 50s, afternoon highs in the low 80s, lots of sunshine. Not a drop of rain inside. It is going to be beautiful through the rest of the week and on into the weekend.